welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my shout out for this video goes to DIY with Fun. Thank you for subscribing and leaving a comment down below. And today's look is going to be this very bronzed eyeshadow look with a last all day makeup look. So if you want to continue watching to see how I create this, just keep watching. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. So this is the one eye all complete, and we're gonna go ahead and start on the other one and then do the face. And I'm using the Juvia's palette, and this is all really beautiful neutral tones, browns, bronze colors. So it's a very beautiful. I'm gonna use the MAC paint pot. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelid all over so that we'll have that sticky base to hold down these eyeshadows. I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty blender and tap this all out so that we can move on. And I used a little bit of the Morphe setting spray because the sponge was a little drier than what I would like, so this just helps it. So we're going in with the first color, and this is a very beautiful light brown transition color, and there is no names in this palette or even on the back, so I can't give you the names of any of these colors. That's why I am just tapping and trying to show you guys which color I dipped into first. So that's the one thing that I would change about the Juvia's palettes, is to actually have names to them, because it's easier for YouTubers or anybody that is teaching a look to let you guys know exactly the name of the color. But I'm going to go ahead, and I am using the Morphe M441 brush, and I was just going ahead and getting that transition shade all buffed out above the crease. Now I'm going in with the Morphe M456 brush. This is more of a thinner blending brush, and it's really great for the crease because the way it is tapered inwards, it just really sticks into that crease and it won't blow the eyeshadow out too much. Now I'm going back in with that transition color to really blend and buff out the colors so that they blend seamlessly. So we are going in with the third darkest shade in the palette, and I am using the JH34 from Morphe, and this is the Jaclyn Hill brush. The brushes from her line from Morphe are very good. And then I'm using this more of a detailed tapered brush, and it's the Morphe M506 to really darken up that outer crease that we are wanting for this bronzed look. So I'm just building up, and as you can see, I am just pulling it inwards as I go once I have built up that outer corner, so that we're not pulling too much color into that inner corner, because we don't want that. So use a little bit, pack it on that outer corner, and then buff it inwards, but keeping it still in that crease so that we can have that very smoked out look. So now I'm taking the E.L.F. concealer, the 16-hour wear concealer. I use the back of my hand pretty much as a makeup palette so that I can use for concealers or glitter primers or mixing colors. I'm taking a very flat synthetic brush to go ahead and cut my crease, and this is just a very cheap Amazon brush that I found, and so I'm just tapping that on and cutting the crease where I need to cut. As you can see what I'm doing, and it looks very funny, but when you roll your eye and your eyelid and push back your eyelid, it will cause the rest of the concealer to make a line, and it will actually put the concealer where your crease is. It will cut the crease for you, and then you just have to go and sharpen it up and fix whatever you need to be fixed. So just try that, blinking and pushing your eyelid as far back as you can so that it will cause the concealer to actually do the job for you. But I'm taking my time and patting this out. You don't want too much concealer, so pat it out, and then any extra just try to get off as much as you can. I tap my brush over the concealer and then wipe off the rest onto my hand. I'm using the glitter primer from NYX now, and the reason why I also use a glitter primer is just to make the glitter shadows or metallic shadows really stick. So I'm first going in with this beautiful gold within the palette, and I am putting that just in the center and then pulling it out to the outer corner, but still keeping it with only where I put the concealer. But I'm going to go in with the darker shade within this palette that has a little bit of glitter as well to it, or metallic, mixing the two at the bottom, and then I'm tapping that on to the outer corner to just have this really bronzed effect going from dark to gold to light. So it will look really pretty and it will transition very beautifully. So now I'm going in with this lighter cream shade, and it is also like a metallic color. I went ahead and sprayed my brush because it wasn't picking up as well as I would like, so that is another trick, is to spray the brush that you have and then pick up any glitters, metallics, foils, anything like that. But I'm going in with the Juvia's highlighter, and this is gorgeous. I love this highlighter. I need to buy the other one. This is the gold one, and I need to buy the lightest one. But I am picking that up and laying that on top of that other cream color we used. And this brought the whole eye look to another level. It was so gorgeous, and I just had to have it. So now I have to tap into another palette. I'm tapping into the Lorac Pro Palette because I need a black, but you can use whatever black you want. This was just easier for me to get my hands onto in my makeup desk to grab. But I am just tapping that out with the MJH38, and I am just buffing it just in the outer corner to really give it that smoked out bronzed look that we're looking for. And I am pulling just a tad bit up into that crease, but not much. I am going back in with that second color that we used in the beginning, and then going back in with the first one, and I'm just keep going back and forth. So now I'm going in with that darker shade that we used and putting that into the crease just with a very thin brush to be able to cause this very detailed crease line that I am wanting to create. This look is hard to explain, but as you watch, you'll understand. Like I said, I wish each one had the names of the actual colors, but they don't. But that is the eye finish. I put on lashes and I put on my wing liner, so and the mascara. So now I'm going in. I use the L'Oreal Pro Glow primer, and now I'm using the Becca Blacklight primer. This just has a more glow to it, so I want this to be a really glowy look. So I wanted just to add the two primers for today, but most of the time I just stick with one. But I'm going to go ahead and press all of that in and make sure that the face is fully primed. Into my heart, but you don't see that I just want you. You get me things, but I don't care. I'm picking up the E.L.F. Putty Primer, and I'm putting that just in the T-zone to cover up any pores. And also I want this look to last all day, so I am adding that extra step. I'm going to go ahead and take the Wet n Wild, and this is the Stick Contour, And I'll have everything linked down below, but I am trying a new method, so I'm going to see if it works in this video. But I'm going to go ahead and use both of these. These are both from Wet n Wild. And go ahead and put the contour on before I put the foundation. So if this works, I'll be actually creating a video and telling you step by step why. But I'm going to go ahead and put some E.L.F. concealer down as well. This is the 16-hour wear in light peach. And then I'm going to take the Morphe setting spray, spray my sponge, and go ahead and tap all this out until I have it blended out. Now, I seen this on a Tati video where she has the guy do her makeup, and he is a famous makeup artist, and I can't remember his name right now, but he does all this step first, and she turns out very glowy and beautiful, and it just looks gorgeous. So I am trying to see if this really works, if it looks pretty on the skin, if it lasts all day. So like I said, if it does, then I'll do a whole video and why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'm just going to go ahead and buff everything out. I'm using the Real Technique brush for the contour. This works really well for blending out any of the cream products. I'm now picking up my E.L.F. Flawless Foundation, which I've been loving this foundation, and for $5 you cannot beat this. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe Y6 and just tap it on at first, and then I'll go in with my beauty blender and tap it all out to really press it into the skin to have that flawless finish that we are looking for. I'm adding a little bit of the Colourpop foundation just to darken it up a little bit, because this was a little too light for me today and we really want that beautiful bronze look. So just a little bit of the Colourpop. But if you have the right foundation color, don't worry about it because you don't need it. Now taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in light 12, and I'm going to go ahead and reconceal on top of the foundation just to make sure that the foundation did not cover up any of the highlighted areas that I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and just tap that out with the Beauty Blender. This is the Wet n Wild translucent powder in the Maybelline Fit Me in number 10. I'm going to mix them together to go ahead and set the whole face for today. That way we have a very flawless face that lasts all day. I'm going to go ahead and use a brush to do under the eyes and the nose to make sure that that is all set down. And then I will take a Beauty Blender, tap it into the powder, and then tap it on the back of my hand to tap off all the excess, because we need very little, and this will help set the entire face so that when we put other products on top, that it will not move the foundation or pick up the foundation. If you try to put other powders on top of wet foundations, it could lift the foundation or even become very patchy or push the products around. So after that is all done, we're picking up the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and we're going to go ahead and bronze up the face. And I am just doing this wherever I want to have that bronze look, and wherever we also put that contour cream that we did at the very beginning. I'm now picking up this Morphe contour brush, and I am going in to really just contour and chisel out to make sure that everything is blended and beautiful with this Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. That way, like I said, we want a real bronzed look, and we want this to last the entire day. I'm now going in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I am going to contour with this. So I'm not going everywhere with this, I'm just going in certain spots to really give it that carved out, chiseled look for the contour look, because I really want this look to be very flawless, beautiful, bronzed, glow up look for today. I'm now taking the Jeffree Star Beauty Blender from Morphe, and this is what I am going to cut that underneath of the jaw with, so that we have that very carved out contour look for today, using the translucent powders that I used to also set the face. I'm going to go ahead and brush everything out from underneath the eyes so that we can move on to the next step. I am taking this extra time and these extra steps to do this, and that was just me pressing in that powder under the eyes so that it does not look cakey. So I'm going in with the Juvia's highlighter, and this is what we're going to highlight with today. Like I said, a very bronze look, so a gold highlighter will look absolutely gorgeous with this eye look, and it is just very, very blinding and beautiful. So I really recommend the Juvia's highlighters, and I need to go and pick up the other one, and for $14 you cannot beat it. To get a more intense highlighter, you can always spray your brush and then dip into the highlighter and then lay it down as well, and then you will have a blinding highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything that I need to highlight.
Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers.
I went ahead and did the brows off camera. Now I'm going to go ahead and brush off all of this powder that we have been letting set. And the good thing about this is if you did go a little too low with your bronzer, that powder will help take it off and make it disappear. So we're going to go ahead and start with the same color that we used at the very beginning, our transition color, and we're going to lay that down first under the eyes. And then we will be going with the second color, that deeper brown that we used in our crease. And then third, we will be going with that darkest color in the palette that we used for our outer corner. So just do those 3 steps, and I just layered them on from outer corner to inner corner, and that's how I do my under eyes. You don't want to go too low, but you don't want to keep it just too high up to the waterline. You do want to smoke it out just a little bit. So just take your time with that as well, and go down with the comfort level that you feel when you are doing underneath your eyes.
with the black eyes. Somewhere in between our secrets, there's an imminent storm.
I'm going to pick up the highlighter again and put it in the inner corner and also below the brow bone so that we have those areas highlighted as well and give it that pop that it needs. I'm sorry if you guys cannot see a lot of this stuff I'm doing. I didn't realize it till afterwards that my mirror was in the way a lot and then the camera was not low enough. So I'll make sure those are corrected and fixed. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips because I went ahead and put on mascara on the bottom lashes and eyeliner. And this is Milani. And I believe this is in 04. And then we're going to use the Morphe lipstick Honey and Cot. So I'm using two different. Cot is more of a very cream base and it is not matte. So it does give this a very creamy, luscious look, while the other one, Honey, is a matte formula. That way you guys know. I loved having the two colors and it was just so pretty. So this is going to complete the whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this look. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share, and leave a comment. I'm going to go ahead and spray this Flawless Gold from Bath & Body Works. It is a shimmer, so it gives this shimmer bronze and highlight certain key parts just to have this real bronzed look today. So don't forget to watch my last video. I have a giveaway going on and I will be saying who the winner is in my next video. So keep an eye out for that. And don't forget, if you want a shout out, to leave a comment and subscribe and like this video so you can get a shout out in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if there's any questions or anything you would like to see, leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys.